This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, we're going to learn the A7 chord, and then of course we're going to play some other chords that we've learned previously right along with that chord, especially the D and G chords, as the D, G, and A7 chords are commonly played together in the key of D major. In this video, we're also going to be working with the down, down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern for 4/4 time, playing some songs, jamming together, you, me, and the band, with some songs using that strumming pattern and these chords. This video does accompany Lesson 6 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. So if you have that book, you're going to want to turn to pages 34, 35, and 36. We're going to be playing some songs on pages 35 and 36, and we're going to be working through some of the materials on pages 34. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started here with the A7 chord, and I've got it up here on the board. With this one, we're going to put our middle finger there on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then we're going to put our ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. We're going to play strings 1, 3, and 5 open, and we're going to try not to strum that low 6th string. So pretty easy, just like that. Top 5 strings, we strum the top 5 strings, fingering with our middle and ring fingers. Now, if you've been playing the A chord that we've been working on in the series the way that I finger it, all you have to do from A to A7 is pull your index finger off. So you can just go back and forth even between A and A7, trying to lock in that sound and that fingering. It's a great sound. That A7 adds a little tension that really wants to pull to the D chord. So it's a way to start learning it, is to just go back and forth between that A and A7. It also helps you hear the difference of the sound between an A chord and an A7 chord, or an A dominant 7th chord, that adds that flatted 7th to the chord. So we have an A major chord, and then when we add that flatted 7th, we get the A7 chord, or the A dominant 7th chord. Once you've gotten comfortable there, you may want to practice going back and forth between the A7 and the D chord. We've learned D previously, but I do have it up here on the board if you need a review, and you've got it there on page 34 as well. So you can go back and forth between D and A7. Now what you'll notice with this switch is you got to take your ring finger and slide it back and forth between the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret on that 2nd string, and otherwise we take our middle fingers, pull it off, and then put our index and middle on for the D chord, pull them off, and go back to the A7, and so forth. So you can go back and forth between those two chords as much as you need to get comfortable. You can also practice between the G and the A7 chord. So you've got our G however you're fingering it, and then you're going to have to get used to finding A7. Both of those chords, you just have to get used to finding them however you're fingering that G chord, whether it be index, middle, and ring, or middle, ring, and pinky like I am here. You're just going to have to get used to finding where those fingers go. Sort of cold turkey, so to speak. You just have to find them. There's no common strings between the fingerings, and no common fingerings between any of the strings that you're on. So you just get going back and forth. Now once you've done that and you're kind of comfortable with all these chords, of course you could work between D and G as well. We've done that in previous videos. But once you've got it, we could go ahead and practice this with the strumming pattern. We've got that down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up. Just to get used to D, G, and A7, we'll go through in that order. We'll do a D chord, one measure of the strumming, then a G, then an A7, and then we'll go back to D. So we've got 4 measures there, practicing the strumming pattern, working through each of these chords. So it sounds just like this. 1, 2, ready, and we'd have the D to G to A7 and to D. And then we start again with D to the G, and D. Of course, that strumming pattern has down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You can practice that as much as you need to. Couple tricks here. I've mentioned this sort of thing in previous videos, but as we're working on switching between one chord to the next, it's important to start switching as soon as you play that final up strum. And even for some of us, it might be best to even start switching our fingers on that up strum and have sort of a open string strum just a little bit that gets covered up just a little, so that when the new chord comes in, you're ready for that down strum. That's the most important thing. So if you have to cut out a little early and keep strumming, that's okay, but we really don't want to pause between the chord changes as we're going, and a way to sort of help yourself get past that sensation is to start that switch as soon as you play the up strum, or even on that final up strum. So I think down, down, up, down, up, down, up, switch, switch, and there I switched on the open string, switch. Even if you got to switch on that final up strum, that's okay, or right after it, but that helps cover the chord changes. There I switched on the open, switched as I went the up strum again, switched as I did the up strum again. Or I can switch right after as fast as I can. So I'd have 1, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, switch. 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 Just like that. And I actually cheated just a hair on that G chord going there. Okay, so that's a trick there. Now, another thing is to note that with the strumming pattern, as I've mentioned before, we can do the swung eighth notes versus even eighth notes. So we were doing even eighth notes there. Swung eighth notes would be to delay the up strums. So you'd have the D, G, A7, on the groove that we're playing with on a given song with the band. Depending on that band groove, we may be swinging those eighth notes, or we might be playing a more even sort of, you could have it various places in between. Less swung, more swung, that sort of thing. And you're just going to intuitively match the groove with the different songs that we play. Okay, so it's time to jam together on some of these songs. We're going to start with, on page 35, with number 3, Billy Boy. I will mention that this strumming pattern works for 4/4 time. It also works for cut time. We're not going to worry about understanding cut time till down the road, but Billy Boy is actually written in cut time. So this works for cut time or 4/4 time. We're going to be using it here with Billy Boy. We're going to get that boom, 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 and then a drum fill for that pickup measure, and then we'll be in with our strumming and singing. Then we're going to do number 2. I've been working on the railroad. And once we've got that one, we're going to flip over and do number 5, the Camptown Races. So with each one of these, they'll happen at 2 different tempos, at a slower tempo first and then a faster tempo. Of course, you can practice them as much as you want. Fast forward, back up, use the tempos you want on the songs that you want. You can also practice just the strumming pattern by muting those strings, just the chord changes, just by following along, just the singing, just by singing along. You could practice 2 of those things at the same time, strumming and singing, but maybe not fingering the chords, or fingering the chords and singing, but not strumming, and then work all 3 just jamming right along with me and the band. So it's going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and jam together.
See
Okay, awesome. I hope you are having lots of fun with this. In the next video that comes out, we're going to learn a new strumming pattern for 3/4 time. And we're going to work that strumming pattern again, mostly with the key of D, using the D, G, and A7 chords. We'll have some other chords pop up as well, but that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be awesome. I'll see you again. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.